Hi, in this video I want to have a look at the new edition of the Fey Realm event. Quite some things have changed, it seems, so it's worthwhile to kind of have a look at it. Yeah, maybe it's difficult where to start because a lot of things have actually changed. One of them, the research tree, where you have previously, for example, all the illusion repeller in the beginning, and also other projects, they just added up and now they have split them out a lot more. So you have illusion repeller 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, here 6, and other projects as well. So it's a bit more difficult, I think, in my eyes to build that up very high, because you have to meet the prerequisites as well by going through other projects first. What is also in my eyes a bit more difficult is the way they set up the fantasy gems. At this moment I have quite some, I'm still struggling to get higher level mines, so I can do a level 6 mines, but at the castles where we are at, there is no there are no fantasy gemstone mines, fantasy gem mines. In the next level, level 4, there are some, where are they? Here, for example, there are some mines, the fantasy gem mines, but they, it's just level 11, so for me to be able to take that, to occupy that, will take quite some time. Because I have to do quite some research to build up my level so that I can get on those level 11 mines. So that makes it quite difficult. I'm not sure whether there are other castles that have lower level or whether you really need to go to the level 11. So that makes it a bit more difficult, maybe quite a bit more difficult. That I'm not really sure yet. At this moment I also don't get the fantasy gem from doing barb rallies and killing monsters yet, so I'm probably going to focus a lot to doing this fantasy gem finder to get my production up in that way, because I'm going to need it. For example, for the fantasy gem storage, I'm already going to need 5k, and that is I need that one to get further in this project, which is another requirement for the actually a double requirement to be able to get an extra mine, and to in itself it's also a requirement for the main quest. Here you already have a fantasy gem finder too, so probably I will focus quite soon on maxing these two, and to even start with this one you have to max the previous one. It's going to cost a lot of stone flowers, so I have to increase that as well. So that is some of the research and the fantasy gem, how that works or how that is difficult. For the rest, I haven't really looked at the research trees yet, but we need to have a significant amount, 50%, before we can continue with the others. What is also, maybe going back to the research, I wanted to show something else. There are also more talents. For example, here you have a fast exploration talent, and there are more. I'm not going to go into all of them, but this allows you to select a mine. I can just show you, and it costs 5 military order and 5 minutes cooldown, so you can do it if you have enough military order, but I think initially they replenish with only 1 every hour. You can get 20 times the hourly production of one mine. So currently, if we look at my mines, I have all level 6 stoneflower mines. If I select one, there is now a gather, and then I can use the talent. So that allows you to get, 12,000, I think. The hourly production is 600, so 20 hours is 12,000. So that can help you quite a bit initially to, especially if you, I think you should just use it anyway, these military orders, because you use them for spells and you use them from looting mines. You no longer need them for, in the previous instance of this event, you needed them when you attacked the castle to kill all those monsters that also required military orders, but that is no longer the case. That's actually something else that is required. By that, you just have a cooldown timer to kill those monsters. You can initially do 15, and when I don't remember exactly with how much, but those recover automatically. So just use those talents, and the ones you have, there are quite some other nice ones, like recovering stolen mines. I think there's also something with upgrading mines, so they have changed that quite a bit. So that could be quite interesting. Just make sure you can use them. Actually, I am going to use them because I'm about to go out, and then I want to let's just double check. I think I had in mind to do some research, and probably not this one, but increasing the Stormflower storage. Otherwise, I have currently, my max is at 90, and I'm going to go out for quite some hours. So I just want to upgrade this project before I go out, so that I'm not going to reach my maximum while I'm out. Well, to do that, I'm going to gather now. That is one, and then later I'm going to do another in 5 minutes time. And once I've done that, I have the 60k to do the upgrade. Okay, those are some of the things that have changed. Let's have a look. There's another whole new thing. So the chapters are look a bit similar to me. Maybe the requirements are different, I don't remember. But you can do your daily quest, and then you get your rewards and your weekly quests. With the weekly quest, you get the military merit, which you still need to upgrade. And we have the main quest, as I mentioned. I need this land manager to level 1 and occupy a 14th mine to continue with the main quest track. What is new is this fantasy. For every quest that you do, you get points here, and those points bring you along on a path here that you can claim some rewards. What is a bit of a pity, and in general I have the feeling they are more focused on getting money from this event, while the previous one was actually quite nice for non-spenders. You just had to spend a lot of time, but not money. But here, if you look at the rewards, you can get like, okay, 1 sense of time. Sense of time are nice, but 1. Okay, 1 royal badges. You get normally for a non-spender, if you are already, you get plenty of royal badges, and the celestial badges are the real issue. If you spend, it's kind of like with Honor Pass, you can spend and then you can get extra rewards. Then instead of just one royal badge, you also get 2 celestials, so that is quite nice. And so you will see that everywhere, 30,000 or 500,000, that is quite a difference. 500,000 here, so that is, those amounts are quite, or the rewards in general are quite, the difference is quite huge. So it's really very much focused on spenders, I would say. Here you still only get 5 1-hour speed up. So of course, me as currently somebody who's not spending, it's not really very nice. Healing your troops is also very different, so you do get something new. Seizing healing coins from the dailies, I think, and maybe also the weeklies, I forgot. So you need those, and that you can to heal. And the first 2 days it was 0% cost. Now the remainder of the first week it is 20%. After that, the rest 100%. So that's also quite steeper. And I have the feeling it will become. Previously you could just lose full marches easily and recover them. That was no issue once you had progressed. And I had done quite some research, but now I'm not so sure about that. This amount is still very small, but that can increase quite a lot when you have full marches and you have to pay 100%. Okay, some other things. I think the military rank, I'm not yet sure. I don't remember the rewards you would get here, so that is quite a bit different. And also previously, and I don't know if these items open up later as I progress, but previously there were a lot of items you could buy. So now, if I hope I'm able to get to Bronze Knight 5 before the week ends, then I could, and I have enough. Well, I don't have enough here, so it's specifically getting to Bronze Knight 5 that could be quite interesting to get those 5 celestials. But previously, you get all kind of different. There were maybe 4 or 5 times 5 celestials if you had developed really far. I'm not sure whether those will open up later or whether it's really quite limited now what you can purchase. We have to see about that. The upgrading itself is the idea is still a bit similar. You have to get the military merit from completing weekly quests, from joining castle battles, and from killing enemy troops. Killing enemy troops might be quite hard for players like myself. Joining the castle battles, that is quite different because there doesn't seem to be this short time limit. You now have, I think, a couple of days when you start the battle and place that sword and start the battle. So we actually said, okay, let's just take it slow. We just occupy the castle with everybody sending 10,000 troops and not occupying the surrounding towers, and just since it is not challenged, we just take our time, and we had a feeling that would build up our military merit faster. I'm not sure whether that is really true. I was not paying too much attention, but that might be something worth considering. Okay, anything else? Yeah, the whole concept, I think it's a bit of a problem since we are not in a very active kingdom. The idea is that we have to conquer all the castles here before we can progress to the next part. And that might be quite difficult because we don't have so many active alliances, and these not so active alliances, they have quite some problem with getting enough being active enough to get these credits to be able to place the sword. So that is maybe going to be a bit of a problem, but we'll see about that. We just do our best, but we are if you saw the score earlier, we are already lagging behind a bit. Okay. Other things, well, I think for initially that is probably some of the most significant changes that at least I have noticed. If you have noticed other differences, please feel free to share. I'm quite sure there should be many that I missed because they really throw it around quite a bit. Here you can already see these command points you get based on the castles you have occupied. We're already lagging behind, and that says, I think, mostly something about the activity of a kingdom as a whole. Okay, I'll leave it at this. I'm going to see if I can. Did I already spend? Yeah, I can already do that. So that's another 5. Well, now I've used it up. It will now replenish very slowly, but that allows me to research this one, and that just means that after that I can be offline for quite a long time, which is good. Don't have to worry about overnight. Don't have to worry about being away for quite some hours during the day. So that's it for this video. If you have any comments or any questions, that's always much appreciated, and thanks for watching.